Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, we can see that Bitcoin is holding quite strong over the 22,500 US dollar level, and we got this bounce exactly from these levels after we saw that Bitcoin is consolidating in this range. But guys, what could we expect in the immediate short term? Are we going to get a massive pump towards the upside, maybe even breaking the very important 25,000 US dollar level? Or are we going to see this massive dump coming all the way back down to the 20,000 US dollar level? Guys, we're going to look at this bullish and the bearish scenario that we can find in the charts for Bitcoin. And guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And guys, we're going to go directly over to the CME chart on the daily chart. And yes guys, we can see this bullish scenario for Bitcoin, and yes, the golden cross on the daily chart. And this is a bullish indication which tells us that the overall trend has turned around and that we could expect a higher move for Bitcoin. But guys, as you can see on the daily chart, that yes, we have got the CME gap round about the levels of 20,000 US dollars. So could it mean that we're going to see this dump all the way to the CME gap? But guys, what is a CME gap? A CME gap is from the CME Futures Exchange, which closes on Friday and reopens on Monday. And then we can see this difference between the price movement of Bitcoin and the CME Futures Exchange. And then we usually see these gaps forming. And guys, most of the time these gaps get filled. But guys, maybe we're not going to fill this gap this time. Maybe we're going to see first that Bitcoin will come all the way back up to the 25,000 US dollar level, and maybe then we're going to get this rejection and come all the way back down to fill this CME gap. But guys, we're going to look at the bearish scenario that we can see in the charts at the moment. And yes guys, on the weekly chart, we can see that we are about to have this weekly death cross. And this means if the 50 moving average crosses the 200 moving average, and this is a bearish indication, which most of the time gives us the signal that we're going to dump from these levels. But guys, what is going to happen if we're going to come all the way back up over the 200 moving average? Yes, this would be the opportunity to prevent this death cross from forming, and this would be the bullish case if we're going to see that Bitcoin will pump over the 25,000 US dollar level and that we're going to cross this 200 moving average with the price movement of Bitcoin. And this will really be the bullish case. But guys, maybe we're going to come all the way back down to close this CME gap first. But guys, we're going to go on the 4-hour chart to find out what is going to be our scenario and what are the most important levels that we need to keep an eye on. But guys, before we're going to go on the 4-hour chart, if you're interested in crypto clothing, go over to cryptoclothing.com, because yes, they have officially launched their website, and go check out their awesome crypto clothing. So on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, yes, we can see that we are still in a bullish move. And why? Yes, because we are still forming higher lows for Bitcoin, and this is quite bullish guys. We can see that we bounced off perfectly from these levels of 22,600 US dollars. So this is our major support that we have to hold for Bitcoin. Otherwise, if we're going to break this level towards the downside, we could expect that we are first going to reach this downward sloping trend round about the levels of 21,500 US dollars. But guys, if we're going to see this major breakout towards the upside, we could at least reach a level of 24,400 US dollars, where we got this major trend line for Bitcoin. So guys, what is going to be the line that we have to break to, yes, get this bullish indication that we're going to see a price movement all the way back up to the 24,500 US dollar level? And for that, we're going to draw a trend line all the way from the top towards the bottom, and then we can see, yes, Bitcoin is trying to break out from this downward sloping trend line. And guys, if we're going to break this trend line towards the upside, I'm going to open the next long trade. And guys, if you want to trade all my moves, make sure to go in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group and sign up to BITGET, where you receive a massive deposit bonus of 5,000 US dollars. So guys, we're going to keep an eye on these major levels. If we're going to break the 22,600 US dollar towards the downside, we could expect that Bitcoin will first close the CME gap before we're going to come all the way back up to the 25,000 US dollar level and prevent this death cross from happening. But guys, if we're going to break this trend line towards the upside round about the levels of 23,000 US dollars and close a 4-hour candle above this trend line, we could expect that our first price target will be round about the 23,300 US dollar level, where we also saw a major resistance in these areas. But if we're going to break out from this resistance area round about the 23,300 US dollar level, we could expect that Bitcoin will come all the way back up to the 24,400 US dollar level. But guys, we have to keep a close eye on these major important levels Firstly, the 22,600 US dollar level and the 23,000 US dollar level to decide in which direction Bitcoin will go. But guys, let's go over to Twitter to find out what the overall Bitcoin sentiment is at the moment. And guys, on this chart we can see if we compare the previous cycles, then yes, we should expect that the price movement of Bitcoin will see a major pump towards the upside, because in the previous cycles we always saw when we were 69% in the halvening, we could expect a massive pump towards the upside, and this was always a bullish move towards the upside. So guys, at the moment we are exactly in these areas, so we could imagine that Bitcoin will finally get this relief pump, and maybe even we're going to see this scenario play out, that we're going to prevent this death cross from forming, and that we're going to see that Bitcoin will close the weekly candle above the 25,000 US dollar level, and this would be the bullish scenario for Bitcoin. And yes guys, this is quite bullish. Half of the Bitcoin has not been moved in 2 years. Record amount of users are deciding to hodl their wealth in the world's first decentralized monetary network for the long term. This indicates growing confidence in the future value of Bitcoin. And yes guys, that's why it's so important to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because yes guys, this is the best opportunity to build generational wealth. So guys, if you like this content, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And if you want to find out where this could be the best opportunity to build generational wealth, make sure to watch this video exactly now. And guys, make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.